Peace family. So I'm back with another one. Today what I wanted to do is I wanted to talk to my chosen ones about how your interpersonal battles is what's going to give you your strength moving on and ascending into your journey. And what brought me to this subject today was one of the tribal members had commented down below how they have been tapped in, and applying some of the lessons, and it's been kind of bringing them more into an internal battle within themselves, you know what I'm saying? And to me, I would always much rather on a percentage scale, because we always do things on a percentage scale. So when I say I would much rather be having those personal battles within myself, I would much rather do that on like a 70 to 80%, not 100%, because some motherfuckers is going to need that energy. You're not going to want to take every battle within yourself, but it is huge learning to do those things. And, I applaud him for taking those steps, and realizing that it does place a lot more pressure internally within yourself. So it'll have you refighting thoughts and ideas, about either retaliating or taking another action or just responding differently. But when you learn how to take those on yourself, it's like, for me, I look at it, I would take it as like sports. I could be frustrated because somebody fouled me real hard, right? And go down the court and do something stupid. Or I can take that energy and use that energy wisely. You know what I'm saying? So like, when it takes, nobody can just snap their fingers and, I don't want to say nobody, retract. Very few people can snap their fingers and just be angry. I'm angry. That energy is here. Very few people. So when you do have that energy rise up within you, if you know how to master it, use it to maneuver it wherever you need to, that is going to be huge in just maintaining your chakras and keeping all of that in line when you're communicating outwardly with people. It's going to help you be able to process whatever kind of situation you got going on around you a lot faster. You know what I'm saying? But you making good steps when you transition from, I've been taking these steps and applying them, and now I'm not fighting with the beings outside of me. Now the fight has transitioned to me knowing better, and now I'm fighting myself, because now I'm trying to discipline myself. And we wasn't taught how to discipline ourselves, not in a healthy manner, you know what I'm saying? So I had said that before, and I like to reiterate that. So we need to teach ourselves healthier tactics and how to keep ourselves self-disciplined. And one way of doing that is just by practicing, you know what I'm saying? So that's big kudos and applause, you know what I'm saying? A lot of love sent your way, King, you know what I'm saying, for understanding that it does transition, and it puts you in a space of being 1,000% responsible. And that's huge. A lot of beings out here don't like to take responsibility for their life, their actions, their situations, you know what I'm saying? And it can be difficult sometimes, but we already know we doing shit out here on the hardest level possible anyways. The only thing you're gonna get that come easy is blinking. Blinking comes extremely easy, you know what I'm saying? So, but for everything else, just understanding that it's not a bad or harmful transition. That means that you just took on the responsibilities that you're supposed to, and now you're taking the steps, transitioning upward and forward, you know what I'm saying? So you want to keep doing that and keep taking those steps. And for me, when I was in that transition, that was hard for me, because you already feel like you got enough on your plate from the outside forces already, from the situation you put yourself in. And now you get into your transition in space, and it's like, well, your next transition in space is like, oh shit, I'm responsible for that, I'm responsible for that. Damn, I'm looking at all the percentages of where I take my responsibility at. I wouldn't say like, okay, I take full responsibility if somebody spent my food and I slapped the shit out of them. I'm not going to take full responsibility for that, but I got to take a percentage. If they didn't spend my food, they wouldn't have got the reaction that they got. So but it's always on a percentage scale. That's what we always have to keep in mind. It's not all or nothing. It's not 100% or 0%. You have to be able to understand that it's on a percentage scale. And for me, it just took some diving and learning to really look at that myself as well. Because when you start researching and learning, and even if you're looking into the zodiac signs, we can look at that. Look at the zodiac signs. I'm not huge on them, but you can look at each zodiac sign and pick out a percentage that meets you. I'm a Libra, so they say on the scale, you know what I'm saying? But my mom isn't a Libra, and then my brothers and sisters aren't Libras. So I also have to take into account for all those zodiac signs that I grew up in, around their energy as well too. They have to take into account of what they grew up around too as well. You know what I'm saying? So it is huge not letting up when you feel you putting pressure on yourself, because that means you're in a transition space that you have to get through. And this is going to be a turning point on if you're going to go down this road or if you're going to go down this road. This road is for the stronger beings. We know where this road is going to go. The ones that's always continuously fighting a good fight. They don't ever put us down. We might sit down and take a break, but they're not going to put us down. And we already know where the other road is going to go if you're not going to continue to fight. You know what I'm saying? But what we do is we fighters over here. You know what I'm saying? We're going to continue to fight. We're going to continue to spread this peace and love and this knowledge and be war ready at all times. You know what I'm saying? We hear what they got going on in Illinois. January 1st, they dropping the Safe Deed Act, you know what I'm saying, where certain beings with charges will be released from prison, and then they won't be detaining certain beings that have certain charges, you know what I'm saying? So, and we already know it starts from one state, and it bumps us, and it just spills and spreads. If you put the rotten apple in the middle of a bunch of healthy ones, it's gonna slowly spread to them. So this is their process, you know what I'm saying? So January 1st, they will be implementing some shit like the Purge in Illinois. We already know Chicago is out there, and that shit is like damn near almost murder capital every year. But you know what I'm saying? We just have to be aware and be on our toes. Properly planning prevents poor performance. You know what I'm saying? Stay in tune, stay tapped in. Dropping everything down below. Peace and love to the kings and queens.